and Sky now underway. Did you notice that pregnant pause when Christy signs when they ask how do you slow down the Phoenix Mercury?
Yes. He's a little concerned with this offensive juggernaut in the Mercury.
They get a touch immediately to Brittany Griner with the jump hook. That one in and out. Cheyenne Parker, Imani Boyette likely will maybe switch on and off on that defensive assignment against Brittany Griner tonight. Here's Jamira Faulkner. She's got no fear, taking it in amongst the trees. Second chance look for Chicago thanks to the offensive board from Boyette.
And remember now, an offensive rebound, only 14 seconds reset on the shot clock.
Well, they're at 2 right now. Faulkner, the lefty dish to Imani Boyette, and it's a good start for Chicago.
Boy, Jamira Faulkner put so much pressure on the defense with her quickness once again.
And she's creative in terms of dishing the basketball, too. Ways that she finds her teammates. 12 to shoot now for Phoenix. Here's Bonner. The touch to Candace Dupree, the former Chicago Sky, and kicks it out to Petrovich.
Looks like the Sky trying to switch defensively, something that we haven't seen that much of before. So a little wrinkle here trying to slow down this Mercury attack.
Faulkner trying to find Cheyenne Parker down low, and Phoenix was ready for it. Well, we heard Trish allude to it. Phoenix scores the most points in the W. They average 86.4 points per game, and that's one way they do it is Griner, who's now 0 for 2. She wanted a foul, didn't get the call on that.
Good job by Elena Deladon on the double team. Griner had a step there going baseline, and Elena comes over and provides really good help without fouling.
Elena was asked a huge defensive assignment in the last game on Friday to take on Tina Charles. Picked up 5 fouls. Really kind of affected her minutes, and it's Boyette with a couple quick buckets.
Hey, Imani Boyette, beneficiary of an assist, but that time looked like they were going to double team her. A little bit of traffic there, and she kept it high. And nice jump shot.
Sandy Brondello in her third season as the Mercury head coach won the WNBA championship in her first year against the Chicago Sky. Diana Taurasi, as we all know, took the year off last year. Now they got the group back, and there's the first 2 for Griner.
It's interesting, too, because Imani Boyette doesn't typically start. She's already winded, Lisa, and so I think this starting thing, you know, it's not for every player. And it's like Imani needs to catch her second win.
Elena trying to keep it alive, and she does. Into the hands of Dupree, and Phoenix wants to run a little bit. Faulkner nearly with the steal, and Griner can't put it away.
Well, good hustle by Cheyenne Parker, though. It would have been an easy deuce.
Your Weiss Memorial injury report. Benaja Laney, as we told you on Friday, she underwent successful surgery last Saturday, so that's good news. I love the fact, you know, she is a basketball junkie because she came out with her crutches on, and where you kind of rest your crutches against your arms, she's got like basketball cushions against those arms. You gotta love it.
No doubt about it. And, you know, I had a chance to talk to her before the game, and she's trying to recover from the ACL tear, so it's a little frustrating for her to sit on the sidelines and watch. So the Sky's gotten off to a pretty good start offensively. This is the lady I want to see get aggressive. Elena Deladon. Let her get the rock, get some space.
Elena's first shot is a 3. Pretty much right off the mark on the left side, at least for an Elena shot. She came off of that kind of trying to loosen up that shooting arm a little bit.
Like she rushed that one a little bit as well. She had a little crease there. Defense responded pretty quickly, so. But I still like her being aggressive.
Here's Tamara Young, 9 seconds on the shot clock. T. Young going baseline, finds Elena, and a piece. Again blocked by Petrovich.
Good job, second effort by Elena Deladon. Looked like she got hit on the original shot.
Sky memberships for 2017 are available now. Fans can choose from full season, half season, 5-game plans. Remember, all memberships include benefits such as exclusive events with the players. And for more information, call 866-SKY WNBA. Petrovic with the lane of honor.
They're doing this cross-screen action to get Brittany Griner in the post. That time the Sky did a good job of adjusting.
They got a foul on the loose ball. And Brittany Griner is the guilty party.
Yeah, Brittany didn't like the call, but that was pretty obvious. Her follow-through on the offensive rebound attempt took her into one of the Sky players causing the foul.
First personal on Griner. Second team foul for Phoenix. Griner with the only bucket here so far for the Mercury. Faulkner looking to take it. She lost it. That was last off of Faulkner.
It
slipped out of her hands.
Excuse me, Lisa. It looks like the Sky are trying to do something different offensively. A little high-low action with Cheyenne Parker and Imani Boyette. So they're putting Imani at the top of the key, or top of the free throw line. But they didn't have very good floor spacing that time.
Some of the changes they can possibly do again with this new starting lineup. Boyette and Parker starting for the first time. Boyette going for the board into the hands of T. Young, who's going to push it.
Nice job switching defensively by the Sky.
Young with Griner now on her, and the mismatch from Boyette, who had Diana Taurasi on her on the block, and Chicago did a good job recognizing that right away.
They did. T. Young keeping her head up on the penetration, went all the way underneath the bucket, and good job of recognizing Boyette flashing to the post.
First personal on Taurasi.
You know, Lisa, I was really concerned with the psyche of this Sky team after heartbreaking loss to New York the other night, and they've come out and they've got energy, they've got some bounce. Pokey did a change in the lineup. It seems like the ladies are responding.
This is the lineup really that she went with majority of the third quarter, majority of the fourth quarter against New York. And really, you know, Pokey even said after that New York loss, hey, we were fortunate to even be in a one-possession game with the kind of defense that we played, especially in the first half.
Sure, a lot of defensive mistakes, even by some veterans that you don't expect. So,
well, Brittany Griner right now is going to get some touches. That's clear. Phoenix is targeting her early and often.
Well, and you know, they've got the Sky have Imani Boyette trying to guard her rookie, who's very good. Griner's going to take advantage of that inexperience.
Avison Young, the world's fastest growing commercial real estate services firm, founded in 1978. It is a collaborative global firm owned and operated by its principals, comprising more than 2,000 real estate professionals in 77 offices worldwide. Learn how you can experience the difference at AvisonYoung.com. Splits the pair for Brittany Griner, and she's got all three right now of Phoenix's points.
Really like to see the Sky start to put some offensive possessions together to try to increase this lead, because it's such an offensively powerful Mercury team. They can come back at any time.
Off the glass and in for T. Young for her first two. So 6 for Boyette, 2 for Young, and 1 for Elena Deladon. The block for Boyette, still into the hands of Dupree. They'll get a second look at it. Taurasi, that's a 3 chance, and she drills it.
Going left off the bounce over the outstretched hands of Cheyenne Parker. Diana Taurasi showing you why she's still one of the best.
Phoenix will shoot the threes. They make the most out of anyone in this league. They attempt about 18 of those per game. Here's Faulkner from up top. Faulkner drills it and answers the Taurasi 3 back on the other end.
You notice Phoenix Mercury went to a zone defense, and T. Young was very fortunate not to pick up an offensive foul on that drive.
Well, Taurasi's gonna take Faulkner, and she wanted a foul too. She kind of stared down Kevin Sparrock and then smiles a little bit later. That's DT for you.
That's right. I like that shot though. Cheyenne Parker can knock that shot down wide open. Got to take it.
In another touch for Brittany Griner into the corner. Dupree keeps it, and Dupree for 2. Candace Dupree, the former Chicago Sky, played 4 years here in the Windy City. Averaged about 15.5 points per game. in her career here.
Candace is so smooth. Lisa, when I watch her play, she's rarely off balance, rarely out of sync. Just everything seems to move so easily for her.
Parker, that's not going to work. Second-year pro, getting schooled a little bit by Brittany Griner there on the block. Chicago jumped out to a little bit of a lead, but Phoenix has found a little bit of rhythm as well. Faulkner doing all she can to keep this lead. Magellan Corporation is the proud sponsor of the Chicago Sky, as well as Jewel Asco. Keeping it healthy, keeping it local. Aerial Investment, slow and steady, wins the race. Chicago with a 12-10 advantage after the first break here in this first quarter. Pokey Chapman, as we have talked about, has switched things up here in the starting lineup. Do you like what you're seeing here so far from the switch?
I do, and I think the Sky are so good offensively. This is not the question. The question is, can they sustain some defensive intensity? And I think the changes in the lineup send a message to the Sky that, look, we know we can score the basketball, but we've got to defend.
First sub is made for Chicago, and Allie Quigley, man, you got to think that might go in based on the night that she had on Friday.
That's true, and that is point guard Jamira Faulkner's responsibility right there, to tell everyone on the team how much time is left on the shot clock.
Well, that's also coming out of a timeout as well. And Chicago looked almost a little bit surprised that they didn't have that much time left.
And unfortunately, we saw a few plays like that against New York the other night where, you know, they weren't on the same page, and when you're playing these elite teams in the W, you don't have that large margin of error.
Marta Shargai into the game for Phoenix for the first time, and Dupree just got whipped in the face by Faulkner. That is the first personal on Jamira.
Yeah, you know, I look at Mercury, looking at this right here where Jamira Faulkner tries to go for the steal and whacks Candace Dupree right in the eye. It's like Candace able to shake that off with no problem, but you know, right now when you look at the team that's on the floor right now, they got to set some defensive intensity.
The defensive take immediately. Shargai taking it right at Courtney Vandersloot, and it's Brittany Griner who's slow getting up.
She caught
coming off that high ball screen.
Caught a nasty elbow. I don't know if it was Courtney Vandersloot trying to get through the screen and got her arm up a little bit. It's like the officials may take a look.
Yeah, Mai Forsberg is over here at the scorer's table. You don't have to look at every play with contact made above the shoulders, but a lot of times the officiating staff likes to check that out. First free throw is made by Shargai. Now, Shargai's first game was actually Friday. Her 2016 debut was Friday against Indiana. She was supposed to join the team perhaps after the Olympic break, but Sandy Brondello and company were able to convince her. She was playing overseas with the Spanish national team, and they were able to work things out to get her here a few games before the Olympic break.
And I think that's wonderful because you get a chance to work on the chemistry with this team before you get that Olympic break. And it's going to be a mad dash once that Olympic break is over here in the W. So I like that move by the Phoenix.
Put up 6 points in 23 minutes. This is a field goal against Indiana on Friday. Baseline take from Vandersloot, who draws the personal.
I had a chance to talk to Courtney Vandersloot before the game, and Lisa, she's so tough. You just never know that her ankle is giving her that much problem. She cannot practice. Her timing's off a little bit. Her lift is not there. So she's gutting through it, though.
Only played 10 minutes in the last game on Friday against New York. Turnaround for DeSosa, can't put it away. Pokey Chapman said that she feels like Sluty could go maybe 15 to 20 minutes if they need her to tonight.
Oh, what a pass.
What a pass, and can't put it away from Shargai, but she'll go back to the free throw line. And DeSosa gets her first. Sharga converts on the first. On August 6th in Grant Park, dress up to your favorite school colors and compete for the Big Ten team in the 10K race or 5K run walk. All participants receive a school shirt of their choice, and after the race, there's a Big Ten post-race fan fest and tailgate party. You can register at btnbig10k.com. 14-12 now. It's a Phoenix Mercury lead. This is after Chicago has really led for most of this first quarter. And again, Vandersloot drawing the foul on the penetration.
Now, Courtney, she gets her center of gravity typically lower than her defender, so she's able to turn the corner and put pressure on the D.
So Vandersloot to the free throw line. We were talking Friday, she's not showing, she's not limping at all on that right foot. She injured her right ankle. If you're not familiar with the story, she injured her right ankle 3 minutes into the Minnesota game last Tuesday. But she passed up on a couple jump shots. Didn't really look like herself on Friday.
Yeah, when you have an injury like that, you can't get off your lift, you can't get enough height in your jump, it affects your jump shot, and it definitely affects your confidence.
Taurasi looking to take Cappy Pondexter off the bounce, gets the body, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Wow.
Diana Taurasi waited a few minutes to take her first shot, and she's found her groove, I would say.
But watch this. You can't see it from that angle. As soon as Diana Taurasi shoots it, watch her look at the official. Before it's even halfway down.
She does that. She does that when she knows it's going in.
It's crazy.
She won't even watch it.
It's crazy.
Taurasi has not missed yet tonight.
So you see what Phoenix, they're junking it up defensively. So they're doing like a box and one, triangle and two, and the Sky have not figured it out.
Here's Taurasi again, feeling it a little bit. Gets it out to Misty Bass, who's in for the first time for Phoenix. The steal from Vandersloot. She needs some reinforcements. No, she doesn't. She gonna pull up. And it's Bonner with the big board. And De Sosa gets her for number 2.
Typically when a point guard like Courtney Vandersloot has that opportunity, they pull up at the free throw line. She pulled up a little further than I expected. And a little unusual right there. Courtney struggling with her confidence, and it's actually showing here in the first half.
Vandersloot and Quigley. We have Breland into the game. Cappy Pondexter's in for Chicago. Erica De Sosa's in. Cappy Pondexter, Boyette will come in, and Erica De Sosa will come out with the 2 personals.
Erica, big time frustrated coming to the bench. But Dwana Bonner, who's at the line for the Mercury, such a unique talent. Scored 38 off the bench earlier this year versus Dallas, tied Elena Deladon for a season high scoring total in the WNBA, but that was off the bench. Set a record for points off the bench. So Dwana Bonner, big time score.
Breland is whistled for the travel. And a little bit of momentum building here for Phoenix. They're +5 here with a minute and a half to go in the first.
And when the Mercury went to this junk kind of change-up defense, it's really thrown the Sky. They've only scored 2 points, I believe, in the last 4 minutes since the Mercury started changing their defense. So the Sky have to be aggressive and initiating their offense quickly.
And Chicago's got to be careful, too, taking care of the basketball. They got 6 turnovers already here, and they average just 12.8 for a game. They're halfway there already. Pondexter whistled for the bump. Cappy Pondexter coming off the bench tonight. First game of Pondexter's career that she has not started. 342 games. 11,040 minutes, 11 seasons and all starts. Get a load of that.
Yeah, so that is a message sender from Pokey Chap about what she expects from her veterans.
Elena comes in. Breland goes out. Bonner hit the first free throw. Talk about what she can do. She's a player that can start for you. She's a player that can come off the bench. She generates even double-doubles. She's second all-time in team Phoenix history with 25 double-doubles for her career as a Mercury.
And she's got great length. 6'2", 6'3", just really long and very difficult to match up against.
21-14 now is the advantage here for Phoenix. Approaching about a minute to play here in this first quarter. Allie maybe forcing that up a little bit. Bonner on the transition. And Elena with the rebound. Chicago comes back the other way. Elena sees the lane and sees the opening. She'll go back to the free throw line.
Good job of putting her shoulder down against Kelsey Bone and drawing that contact. You see it right there. Look at the shoulder. Right there, creates the contact and try to create the space. Good job by Elena.
Elena hasn't made a field goal yet. Her only point coming from the free throw line. Follow the action of the WNBA's 20th anniversary season with the new WNBA League Pass. Watch games live on demand on your computer, phone, or tablet. Visit WNBA.com/League Pass. With that miss with Elena, she had made 27 straight free throws from the charity stripe. She's now got 3 points, still waiting on that first field goal here as we approach the final few seconds of this first quarter. Nice spin move from Kelsey Bone, who's coming off the bench. That's exactly why Phoenix wanted her on their roster.
Oh man, I mean, Kelsey Bone, one of the premier post players in the W, for Phoenix to pick her up in a trade. She's gonna have something to say about the success of this team.
Baseline jumper for T. Young. And another rebound for Kelsey Bone. Yeah, she came to Phoenix June 25th, scored 6 points off the bench on June 26th at New York. You know, she was on the West Coast when that trade happened. And so she was flying from the West Coast to get to New York to play in time for Phoenix. They needed to get her a jersey as well, so they had like a manager fly a red eye with the jersey to get there in time so she could play in New York.
That's big time right there. Putting a manager on a red eye? I wonder if he got a bonus or something for that. What do you think?
I hope at least like first class or something, you know?
Or drinks on the red eye.
If he's over 21, of course.
There you go.
Boyette. Now 7 points for Imani Boyette in her first career start. She scored double figures 4 times this year, and 2 of the 4 been against Indiana. Elena with the putback, and there's her first field goal of the night.
Great job by Deladon, taking advantage of Misty Bass. Kind of fell asleep there on the box out.
Maybe that's something that can get EDD going here. 1 of 3 shooting. She's got 5 points. 6 before the quarter closes. Chicago trying to get one last shot up. Here's T. Young pushing it. T. Young's got an open lane. T. Young trying to beat the clock and short. Well, the Sky was pushing, jumped out to a lead at the beginning of this first quarter, but it was Diana Taurasi and Phoenix responding in the mid-half of this quarter, now taking the lead 23-19. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, the proud provider of physical therapy and athletic training services for the Chicago Sky. For more information, visit www.ibjirehab.com. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, move better and live better.
Well, looking at Elena Deladon, her rhythm seems to be picking up at the end of the first quarter. Got to the free throw line, got the offensive putback. Let's see if she can continue this trend here in the second quarter.
Not doing a lot of scoring. She's rebounding the basketball in the first quarter. She ends with 5 points and 4 rebounds. After the first 10, 22-19 here at All-State, a Mercury lead. Quigley will decide to take the 15-footer.
Allie Quigley's footwork is so good. She catches. She could really keep the defense off balance.
Shooter's footwork, right?
That's right.
Off-balance shot from Dupree. It'll stay Mercury basketball. Lindsey Harding in for the first time, the Duke product. In fact, Harding also one of the latest changes that Phoenix has made. So they traded for Kelsey Bone. They signed Lindsey Harding earlier on June 24th and June 25th, and Bonner hits the 3. And then they bring back Marta Shargai. Had a 3-game win streak when all that was happening, and then they've been a little bit inconsistent, dropped the last 3 or 4.
Which we talked about at the beginning of the telecast. Both of these teams have been dramatically inconsistent with the type of talent that both squads have.
Bonner trying to look inside again to Griner. They like that matchup. Griner against Imani Boyette, the rookie. Touch pass into the corner to Dupree. And Boyette with the block. The rookie block starts the transition, and here is Sluty with the finish. Can't put it away, but Boyette will do it on both ends.
Lisa, we have a budding star in our midst. Imani Boyette has brought her A game. She says, Candace Dupree, not in my neighborhood, and then runs the floor beautifully, keeps the ball high. Great fundamentals here. Watch it, keeps the ball high, goes off glass every time. We are watching a star emerge in front of us in Imani Boyette.
Already with 9 points, flirting with a double-figure scoring game already, and she's got it. She's got 10 right now to lead all scores. You said she was trying to catch her breath a little bit in the first part of the first quarter. What have you seen from her since?
She definitely caught her breath.
Ooh, almost had another block, but made some contact there with Bonner, and the and one chance for DeWanna Bonner.
See, that's what I was talking about. DeWanna Bonner is 6'4", can play guard, she can play forward. She's got Allie Quigley guarding her, so she's got a substantial height advantage, went to the post and took advantage of this mismatch.
Well, she's taken her 5th trip to the free throw line. The last time they played Chicago, she was 12 of 14 from the charity stripe. That's a veteran, right?
No doubt.
We've seen her made a three-pointer. We know that she can shoot from distance, but she can also take it to the hole if she needs to.
Yeah, she can put it on the deck. There's nothing that she can't do on the court. That's what makes it so difficult to defend her.
Quigley with the pull-up, now back-to-back buckets for Quigley.
Allie Quigley may have the best-looking jumper in the W. No wasted motion. She gets it up in the shooting pocket. Does a great job.
Quigley ahead in the transition. Chicago off and running. Gonna pull up. Oh, look out! Quigley's feeling it again a little bit.
Getting hot. Give it to her. Let her force a couple up.
Back-to-back buckets for Allie Quigley. Gave Chicago a spark on Friday. She's given Chicago the lead here tonight.
No doubt about it. Being aggressive. Great hand. She gets the deflection. She gets rewarded by her backcourt mate. And they're sitting back. And she's like, take that one with me.
Boosted by Robert Morris University at its campus located at 401 South State Street. To register, visit veteranshiringexpo.org. Well, Allie Quigley, 5 points in 14 seconds of work. That's not too shabby.
Not at all, and got the deflection that allowed her to get that three-point shot. So Quigley doing on both ends of the floor.
Allie Quigley, give you perspective on what kind of Friday she had. She came in shooting 28% into that Friday game from 3. She had boosted that up to 37% coming into tonight.
One game, yeah. 6 made threes to do it.
She had only made 9 going into that game.
Yeah, I mean, I had to live vicariously through her because I maybe hit 6 threes on a Nerf hoop or something.
I was going to say point guards aren't supposed to do that, but these days point guards aren't kind of supposed to do that, right?
Yeah, I came along the wrong era, I think, Lisa.
We got a jump ball coming up, another one.
Now the thing with Cheyenne Parker, she's not a bad jumper, but she's got to be ready. I've seen her in these situations when she's not ready. Watch.
Going up against Petrovic. Petrovic trying to get a little bit of a head start. Parker was ready on that, but still into the hands of Phoenix. And they got to change up the shot clock. Right now it's reading at 13 seconds. It immediately reset to 14, but they wanted it to 11. And so that's where we'll get started here from the sideline with Lindsey Harding taking it out for Phoenix.
I would double team Diana Taurasi in this situation.
Well, she gives it out. Here's Harding. Harding with a little runner. It was Harding's first shot of the night.
So the Sky have seemed to snatch the momentum away from the Mercury there. I'd like to see them get good offensive possession on this one right here.
Each team is led by as many as 6 points early in this game. 7 minutes to play before the half. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Sluty with the take on Diana Taurasi. Parker gets it back. And they left T. Young wide open from the elbow.
Love Cheyenne Parker where she knows that she gets an offensive rebound, she cannot score.
Blocking foul called on Parker. I'll tell you what, Brittany Griner only shot 5 times on Friday against Indiana. And talking to Sandy Brondello before the game, she said she would like her to get maybe 14 to 15 field goal attempts, and they certainly are giving her her touches early.
Yeah, they're trying to get her established because they know that Diana Taurasi can take over late games because Diana will have the ball in her hands. Brittany, on the other hand, typically has to depend on her teammates to get quality looks.
Here's DT, it's in and out. And a tip from Petrovic won't fall. And Allie's got it. Allie on the push has Elena, decides to give it up to Sluty. Allie in amongst the trees. Here's Courtney Vandersloot for her first 3 attempt, and she throws up her arms like, is it that easy?
Right. They're doing a great job of not thinking about it. She caught, released, let it fly. Good job by Sluty.
Her 112 three-point make puts her 4th all-time now. She just passed Erin Thorne on the Chicago Sky list. And that is pure, a 3-pointer for Marta Shargai.
I like Shargai. She is composed, plays within herself.
Really was kind of used as the point guard for the end of the season for Phoenix. Was EuroLeague teammates in 2016 with Candace Dupree, Sonia Petrovic. So they know each other well.
There's some good chemistry on this ball club as well with Griner and Taurasi being teammates over in Russia in the offseason.
Shargai started 8 of 20 games last year. Gives it up to Taurasi. There was a point in time where Diana Taurasi had not missed a shot. Now there's a point in time where she has not made a shot in some time. The turnover for Chicago. It's been a problem for them in the first half. That's 8 turnovers already. From the corner, Shargai back-to-back from distance.
Yeah, that just kills you right there. You can't play mistake-free basketball, but it's unusual for Sluty and EDD not to be on the same page with that careless turnover. Coming
off the bench now, she's got 10 points in 6 minutes of play. In just her 2nd game playing for Phoenix in the 2016 season. Rebound to Dupree. Here's Diana Taurasi. This is where she's dangerous. Decides to pull up. And the takeaway on Griner. Last off of Phoenix, so Chicago will get it.
Diana Taurasi trying to negotiate with the officials about getting hit on a jump shot. Right now, Sky needs to establish some sort of consistency on the offensive end. We saw Allie Quigley get hot, but she hasn't gotten good looks here lately. Got to try to free her up a little bit.
Quigley running baseline. 4.5 to go before the half. Pull up from T. Young. Luana Bonner getting set to check in. Off the transition, it's Dupree, and that's the Phoenix basketball we've known.
Christy Sides, the assistant, was telling Patricia before the game that transition defense has been a problem for the Sky.
Very balanced scoring attack, too. When you try to figure out, like Trish had asked Christy Sides, how do you slow them down? Well, it's not an easy answer. They have 5 players averaging 11 points or more, and right now, Mercury with a 2-point advantage. Ariel Investments, a proud sponsor of the Chicago Sky. To learn how one of Chicago's most experienced investment firms can help you save for your future, visit arialinvestments.com and then follow them on Twitter at Aerial Funds. With Stephen Bardo, you talked about how Chicago needs to be a little bit more balanced. Look at how much better they are when they share the basketball.
Yeah, it's amazing. And the numbers speak for themselves. And so this Sky team, Lisa, they know that, and yet they get caught up in maybe a little bit too much one-on-one. And right now, they look a little discombobulated on this possession. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock already.
Again, coming out of the timeout, it's Faulkner who had the ball in her hands the entire time, and DeSosa is there on the O board. Well, 6 assists tonight to follow up on that graphic. 6 assists on 12 field goals right now for Chicago, as opposed to the 7 the Phoenix Mercury have to their 11 field goals. There's another 2 from Griner. Just after every shot, Griner and Taurasi are looking for a foul, it seems like.
Yeah, and that time I thought she got away with an elbow to Erica DeSosa trying to establish position.
EDD with the kick out to Faulkner. She's already got 1 3-point make tonight. Double team coming on Elena. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Allie taking it off the bounce, finds Jamira Faulkner nicely.
Well, Allie quickly playing with such great pace right now. She can make that pass in traffic with the shot clock running down.
Well, the story on Friday against New York as Dupree knocks down the jumper was Allie Quigley and Jamira Faulkner coming off the bench. And really, between the two of them, they kept Chicago in that game.
They did, in terms of scoring the basketball for Allie Quigley. And Jamira scored as well, but she did like she normally does. Got a steal in the open court, caused havoc on the defensive end.
And Faulkner so productive, actually, when she plays even more minutes. She had back-to-back games now where she's played 30 or more. Here's Elena for 2. Elena Deladon now with 7 points. Took her until the very end of the first quarter to get that first field goal, but we're tied again here at 40.
Well, then again, we had a little, you see the confusion among the players. We've seen this the last few games where they're not on the same page.
You're saying both offensively and defensively you see confusion for Chicago.
Yes, I do. And it's, you know, that's where the point guard has to really talk and be communicative when different players are coming in and got to meet and all have to be on the same page, especially against a talented club like the Mercury.
Bonner, the second leading scorer here for Phoenix, already in double figures. She's got 11 now for the Mercury. Sharguy with 10. She's the only other player for Phoenix in double figures. We got Boyette with 10 to lead Chicago. Faulkner and Elena trying to do a little two-person game, and Bone came over to double-team Elena, so Faulkner hits the 3 instead.
That's the maturation of Jamira Faulkner's game. They're leaving her open for a reason. She's going to have to make them pay like she did that time.
Faulkner now 3 of 5 shooting for 8 points. Sharguy left all open, and she has been the hot hand for Phoenix. Has only missed 1 shot tonight.
She's doing a great job of spacing the floor. Recognize the double team, kick out, wide open.
How about from the corner? It's EDD with the answer.
Little rhythm now on both ends of the floor offensively.
Taurasi for 2. This is kind of what we expected. 2 teams who frankly don't play a lot of defense. They put up some points, and they've been doing it here in the last few minutes.
They do it. Especially with Phoenix, you can just pick your poison. You mentioned earlier, 5 players averaging double figures.
Kelsey Bone now on Elena. The double team comes with Bonner moving over. Someone's got to be open. They work it around to Quigley in the corner. Faulkner's going to take another triple try, and she drills it. Feeling it a little bit from distance tonight.
Yeah, and a big smile on her face, and she got that one to drop, so the Sky's starting to pick it up a little bit.
She is a perfect 3 for 3 from back there. Faulkner normally shoots 29% from the 3-point range, and she is absolutely perfect tonight.
And she has recognized how teams are going to defend her. They're going to try to corral her and keep her from getting to the lane. So she's going to get 3-point shot opportunities, doing a good job of taking what the defense is giving her, because she caught a cold out there. She was so open.
And suddenly, this Chicago team that has not been known for shooting threes has been doing that really in the last 3 games. It started with Minnesota. They knocked down 6. Hit 7 against New York, and they're doing pretty good with 4 right now. Give another bucket, too, to Allie Quigley.
Get a solid stop here in the half.
T. Young bumped Diana Taurasi. And that is her first. Tamara Young regarded as the best perimeter defender that Chicago has.
Yeah, Pokey yelling out instructions, not happy with the way that she tried to defend that particular play.
Well, it sends Taurasi to the free throw line for her 2nd and 3rd attempts. She makes both of them. Taurasi now with 12 points. Mercury cuts the lead to 2 on a 2-second differential right now. Game and shot clock.
It's like a little pick and roll. Oh no!
They give it to Elena. Tip out to Quigley. Can she beat the clock? Down low to De Sousa for 2. Not a whole lot of defense in this first half, but a whole lot of scoring. Nearly both teams putting up 50. And at the break, the Chicago Sky leading 53-49.
Did a good job of responding in the second quarter to get some rhythm on the offensive end, thus taking the lead at halftime.
A career high 3 3-point makes for Jamira Faulkner. A perfect 3 for 3. Chicago mixing up this starting lineup, misking up the lineup a little bit. One of those getting their first start. Imani Boyette, who's standing by with Trish.
All right, Imani, got the first start of your career tonight against one of the best centers in the league, in Brittany Griner. You added a lot of energy. What did you think that you did well out there tonight?
I was just trying to make sure I played solid defense and I rebounded well, and everything else kind of just came. I appreciate my team for trusting me.
Do you appreciate the challenge of going against a Brittany Griner?
Yeah, of course. I went to Texas so I could play against her in college, and it's just a measuring stick. I get to see how far I have to go to be one of the best.
Now, the Sky has had some close games lately, some losses. How do you guys carry on with this momentum and then close out for a victory?
I think that's our struggle right now, is closing out. So hopefully we can lock down on defense and figure out how to sustain our offensive intensity as well as our defensive intensity.
All right, thanks so much. Go get them in the second half. Thanks so much. Guys?
Thank you. Not a bad start for the rookie. 10 points. 5 rebounds, a couple of blocks in 10 minutes of play, and her Chicago Sky team with a 53-49 edge. When we come back, Stephen Bardo with a little conversation with Jessica Breland. We'll enjoy that when we return. Magellan Corporation, proud sponsor of the Chicago Sky, as well as Jewel Osco, keeping it healthy, keeping it local. And Ariel Investments, slow and steady, wins the race. Moments away, about a minute to go before the start of this second half between two very hungry teams looking for wins. Let's go over to Trish, who's standing by with Pokey Chapman.
All right, Pokey, you have got to love the way that first half ended. How were you guys able to steal the momentum?
Well, I think we've started to get some stops. We negated the fact that we put them on the free throw line 13 times in that first quarter, and it was only 5 in the second. But I think against their zone, we were able to get some rebounds. 8 offensive rebounds for 14 points, and that's a big thing when people change defense to make sure we're still attacking.
Tell me a little bit about the starting lineup. Some new faces in there with Parker and Imani Boyette. What were you thinking with that?
I was thinking teams have been getting off to a fast start with us, against us, and the numbers show that that's a pretty good defensive team. We struggled a little bit early scoring, but then they got better.
All right, good luck in the second half, Pokey. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Pokey Chapman didn't want to give up 50 points. Well, I guess technically they didn't. They gave up 49 in this first half. They had gone 3 straight games, given up 50 to Washington in the first half, 52 to Minnesota, and 50 to New York. But I guess if you put up 53 and are still leading, somewhat of a happy coach.
Yeah, somewhat.
Somewhat.
Like you said, somewhat, because points brings fans, but defense wins championships. And
I've heard that.
yes, and if the Sky are going to get in the upper echelon and stay in the playoff hunt, their defense has got to be more consistent, especially at home.
It looks like Pokey's going right back with the starting lineup she started this game with. Again, Cheyenne Parker and Imani Boyette getting their first career starts tonight. Something else to keep an eye on, that front court. Boyette has 2 fouls. Parker has 3 fouls. Erica DeSosa, who's come off the bench, has a couple of fouls. Cappy Pondexter only really played under 2 minutes, and she has 2 fouls.
So you see this kind of morph defense by the Mercury. So you have to play man-to-man offense, whether it's a triangle and 2 or whatever.
Off the glass and in for Tamara Young.
I like that. Tamara recognizing that with the Mercury scrambling their defense, could not keep her from penetrating.
T. Young now with 6 points. And a quick 2 from Phoenix.
That's just too easy, giving Candace Dupree an open free throw line jumper. You cannot have that coming out of the halftime break.
8 points now for Dupree. So many players on this Phoenix team with Chicago Sky ties. I was sitting with Pokey Chapman in the pregame, and it was like a meet and greet of like 5 or 6 players as they're coming out to warm up to say hi to Pokey.
They love Pokey, that's for sure.
Jump for the loose ball, and Chicago will get it.
Well, again, that looked a little raggedy on that offensive possession. It's almost like the Mercury's changing defenses are really slowing the Sky down to start this third quarter.
Taurasi will set things up for Phoenix. Back to Dupree, that's a 2. And Boyette with another board. So Imani Boyette now with 10 points and 6 boards. Working on perhaps a double-double for the year.
Well, big time block by Griner there without fouling, keeping it in play.
3 blocks so far tonight. She actually now surpasses Tina Thompson. She had been tied as she knocks down the jumper. Brittany Griner had been tied going into that block for 12th on the WNBA's all-time block list. She stays healthy, I think it's going to be safe to say that she's going to climb up those charts pretty quickly.
I would agree. Just so long, and her timing is excellent on defensive end.
She's trying to chase Tamika Catchings next. Faulkner trying to keep it alive, and she does. Elena battling for it with Petrovic.
Boy, Elena was fortunate. Petrovic went down for the ball and got tangled up with Elena Deladon. I was a little concerned that she might get hurt, but luckily, no injury there.
It gives the ball back to Chicago. With a 2-point advantage, 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mentioned it, 3 players in double figures, 3 of the 5 starters for Chicago. Here's T. Young, who's already got 6 points, another block from Griner. She's got 4 on the night.
6 seconds left on the shot clock. It's got to be a quick hitter here.
It's T. Young taking it out to Boyette. And we got a whistle away from the basketball. It's going to be on Petrovic.
Well, that's a tough break for the Mercury. Shot clock running down. I'm not sure T. Young even knew the time on the clock.
Chicago didn't look like they had a whole lot going offensively on that, so they get another 14 seconds to work with. Working that left side. They go back to Parker. Parker in for 2, and that's her first 2.
Great job of slipping into the vision of Faulkner that time. Cheyenne Parker.
Now all 5 Chicago starters have scored. Here's Dupree again. Faulkner from the elbow for T. Young, finding some rhythm.
You know what I like that time? They didn't wait for the defense to set up. Faulkner pushed the tempo. They got a good look. T. Young runs into an elbow line, elbow area free throw jump. If I can get that out.
You got it out. 8 points for T. Young. It matches the largest lead of the game for Chicago at 6. Both Parker and Elena were there for the rebound. Elena will keep it up against Dawana Bonner. Elena wants it. And Phoenix gives it right back.
Good job by T. Young hustling back. They need to take advantage of the Mercury right now. The Mercury look like they're still sleeping from halftime. Scott can take advantage and get this lead to double digits.
Faulkner trying to zip it to Parker, and it was off her hands.
Usually, boy, Parker's got to stick him on those hands. Got great hands in the post, but that was a bullet. I don't know if Shaquille O'Neal would have caught that bad.
Taurasi, a little two-player game between Griner and Taurasi, and she nails the three.
This is where Diana Taurasi is going to start heating up. Typically tries to get her teammates involved, and then in winning time, she steps up as well as anybody in this league.
Suddenly she's at 15 now to lead all scorers. Here's Elena back on the other way. Superstars heating up.
Petrovic cannot guard Elena Deladon one-on-one. She can get that shot anytime she wants.
Down low to Griner. Quick spin move. Into the corner for Petrovic. And Imani Boyette throws it away. You know, those unforced turnovers were something that killed Chicago, especially in the fourth quarter against New York on Friday.
Yeah, and I know what Imani Boyette was trying to do. Trying to get the long outlet to Jamira Faulkner, but she had T. Young wide open.
It's been a problem for Chicago tonight. 12 turnovers. That's about their average for a game. And Taurasi for 2.
Well, that's a beautiful play right there. Griner was patient enough to let Taurasi break free, and Taurasi is still talking to the official. Wow.
She almost plays 2 games. One against the team, the opposing team, and one with the officials.
No doubt about it.
Every night, every day she hits the court.
Yeah, psychological warfare. Diana Taurasi, one of the best dishing it out.
61 to 58.
Same play. Good adjustment that time by T. Young.
Got her once, wasn't going to get her twice. Taurasi is short. Here's Quigley, who's into the game about midway through this third quarter. Baseline to Boyette, and the kick out, and they work it around to the right person at the top of the key. Defense by Bonner forced that turnover.
Boy, aggressive that time. Looked like there was some contact.
Here's Bonner, but I think the whistle happened. Oh, they might count it. They are going to count it. It seemed like the whistle happened right before she launched it. But they're going to count the Dawana Bonner 3.
Oh, and they're going to review. It looks like Elena Deladon got an elbow up, and they're going to review if it's flagrant or not. Well, we'll take a look here and see what they're going to come up with, but it looked like Elena Deladon was trying to fight through the screen and got her arm up and inadvertently hit Brittany Griner in the jaw. Right there. You all at home aren't able to see it, but we are. A little replay from the foul there, so.
It's the second personal on Elena Deladon. And again, they are counting the three-point make from Dawana Bonner, which ties it right now at 61.
So take a look at Elena Deladon now trying to fight through the screen of Griner. Gets her elbow up a little bit. That cannot be flagrant. Elena's just trying to position her body to try to get around the screen. Her arm was already at the shoulder level of Griner. Hopefully they don't call her for a flagrant.
The ruling on the floor is a common foul. My Forsberg Kevin Sparrock and Jonathan Sterling looking at the monitor to decide if they're going to upgrade this to a flagrant 1.
You see right there, Elena's just trying to feel her way around the pick. She doesn't extend the arm. It's just there. And also, Griner doing a really good job of drama class, trying to pick up the intentional there. Something, I don't know.
So we're tied at 61. This officiating staff talking it over, their final thoughts after they're done looking at the monitor. This is really the best look that we have at it.
You know, and the fact that they're taking this amount of time typically means it's not going to bode well for the Sun, or for the Sky, rather.
There's a look at the officiating staff.
Wow, this is seems like a pretty cut and dry situation. They are dragging this out.
Okay, so.
Okay, so it looks like they did not count the basket. It's a flagrant 1 on Elena Deladon. So
they take away the 3-point basket. So now it's 61-58. There will be a free throw coming with the flagrant 1 call. So there was a lot going on, and the reason why they took the time, they were not only evaluating whether they're going to upgrade the foul call, but they're going to evaluate if they should count the 3-point made or not.
And they did not count it. That's correct.
That is correct. They initially counted it, which I think is the right call, because in real time it felt like, to me at least, that the whistle was made before the ball left her hand.
Okay. You know, and as we're watching Brittany Griner take this shot, Lisa, I love the officials because they have the toughest job. But sometimes you have to take common sense into account. Elena Deladon is 6'5". So if her arm is up trying to feel where the defense is, it's going to be up near the neck area of Brittany Griner. That's just a basketball play. I don't think there was any ill intent. So tough break for Elena Deladon in the Sky.
Well, Griner makes both of the flagrant free throws. Cuts the lead to 1. The Mercury can't convert. Working it over to Allie Quigley.
Quigley can beat Dewana Bonner off the bounce.
Faulkner on the left side. Could kind of feel Brittany Griner behind her, and she coughs it up. Here's Dewana Bonner on the break. Sharguy for 3.
What a great rebound by Imani Boyette. Came back into play. Hustled down. Great play.
Just the second 3-point miss tonight for Sharguy. Back the other way for Chicago. T. Young splitting the difference and drawing the foul.
Nice job of putting pressure on the defense by T. Young. Getting to the heart of the defense and making something happen.
So Tamara Young will go to the free throw line. She's a 76% free throw shooter coming into tonight. Hey, the sky's the limit when you plan a party at the Saks Recreation Center, a 100,000 square foot facility to serve your event need. Saks Recreation Center, the official training center for the Chicago Sky. 63-60. Phoenix Mercury lead, or Chicago Sky lead, excuse me. Dupree with a handoff to Lindsey Harding, who's into the game for the first time in the second half. Dupree with the turnaround.
Boy, Candace Dupree is so confident. Got the ball in the post. She didn't like the look she got. She kicked it out. They got it back to her. She went to her go-to move.
Balanced scoring that we talked about for Phoenix is showing up again here tonight. 10 points now for Dupree, 11 for Bonner, 17 for Taurasi. Down low to Boyette, who shuffled her feet. You have the first tallest player in the W, Brittany Griner, going against the second tallest player in the W, in Imani Boyette.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that was a walk. I thought her feet were planted when she made the move, so it may have looked awkward, but I don't think that was a travel.
Bonner is losing it. 10 seconds to shoot. Here's Shargai.
Good closeout by T. Young.
Bonner's in trouble. Down low to Shargai with the turnaround. Shargai sitting at 13 points. As we mentioned, her career high is 15. The block from Griner. Allie quickly was going nowhere with that.
And Griner is so long that there appears to be space, and then all of a sudden there isn't. Watch her timing. See her getting her feet together. Great timing, no foul. Why she's the best shot blocker in the league.
12th all time. Now in the W.
Chicago's got to be careful because Kelsey Bone in the game, that's a difficult matchup.
Oh, the take from Bonner gives the Mercury the 1-point advantage, and Dewana Bonner with a chance for the and one.
Boy, silky smooth. Dewana Bonner using that 6'4" frame. Squeezes between the D. And it's long enough at the rim to finish with the contact. Watch the crossover, explosion through the defense. Dewana Bonner showing you just a little bit of one of the tricks in her bag of tricks.
Second leading scorer on this team. She's got 14. She's averaging just under 15 points per game, trying to make it 3 straight seasons where she's averaging at least 15 or more for Phoenix. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. You got a whistle and a foul.
Kelsey Bone trying to keep Erica DeSouza out of the post area.
That's the third on Bone.
Well, we got Cappy Pondexter back in the game. Let's see if we give her a couple looks. Take some of the pressure off quickly right now.
Cappy only played almost 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes. She's got 2 fouls. Hampered her. Did not start for the first time in her career tonight.
A tough matchup. She's having to guard Dewana Bonner.
Yeah, definite size advantage with Bonner over Pondexter. Going to work, Kelsey Bone. Tried the cross-court pass. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Harding and Dupree are in trouble. Dupree splits the difference. She had 3 Sky players on her, and she still got that off.
Great defensive possession by the Sky. Good team defense help.
Courtney Vandersloot taking it on the left side, in for 2. Sluty coming off the bench.
And that's a good sign because he jumped off that injured right foot to make that layup.
Oh, and she got the pick. Sluty again with a couple of quick back-to-backs. Courtney Vandersloot, 9 points in 9 minutes off the bench.
Great job. Courtney tried to fire her teammates up, playing strong defense.
Back and forth we go against 2 very high-scoring basketball teams here in the W. The Sky now with a 2-point edge. Into the corner, Shargai for 2, and she has now tied her career high. Quickly on the other end. Let's get it going.
That's right. Because this, I know the Mercury are the leading scoring team in the league, but I like Chicago's chances at home in a shootout.
Now Dupree with the take. Back and forth we go.
Well, look at the hands of Courtney Vandersloot. This is coming off of her scoring already, so great job of shooting the gap. And talking to Courtney before the game, she's nowhere near 100%, but she's so tough, she can't tell the difference.
Lots of lead changes, back and forth in the last few minutes of this third quarter. There's another one. Mercury now take the 1-point edge. Just under 30 seconds to play. DeSouza out of control.
Kelsey Bone running the floor.
Oh, they tried to find her. Shargai nearly with the on-the-money pass. Just a little bit too long for Kelsey Bone's fingertips.
Well, you got to remember, Shargai and Bone are new additions to this Mercury team, so that hookup is fairly new. I think that will get better as the season goes on. Waiting too late.
3 seconds.
Yep.
Quigley draws the personal with .3 left in the third.
Wow. Kathy Pondexter livid at Courtney Vandersloot that time. I think she was upset about not getting the play in quickly enough.
Well, that's the fourth on Marta Shargai. Unite for Good, a socially conscious movement dedicated to empowering people to help others and make a positive difference. The Sky invites you to join our Unite for Good community. Register today at u4g.com. Search Chicago Sky to join their group. With the 2 free throws, Allie Quigley gives Chicago the lead right back. Hey, buckle up. We got plenty more scoring to go here between these two teams in the final 10 minutes of play. Both Phoenix and Chicago hungry for a win. Here's a smart tip you can fast break with. Smart thermostats make saving energy easy, and ComEd is offering a $100 rebate on select smart thermostats. Learn more at ComEd.com/rebates. 12 different lead changes, 10 times. This game has been tied. Let's check in with Trish.
Yeah, guys, you saw at the end of that quarter, Cappy Pondexter getting a little animated with Courtney Vandersloot. Same thing on the bench with Erica DeSouza, but I like it that Cappy Pondexter is getting fired up. We have heard for years that this team is too nice, too passive, that this team needs some fire, and Cappy Pondexter is showing it. Earlier in this game, Cappy was very encouraging to her teammates from the bench, cheering them on, talking during huddles about where the weaknesses were in the Phoenix defense, challenging players like Elena Deladon to start taking over. You know, this is a game in which Cappy Pondexter could have hung her head. She's missing the first start of her career. She's been very animated, very vocal, very much a leader, guys.
And Taurasi, just like that, that's her answer to start the fourth quarter.
And that's what we're going to see from Diana Taurasi. They're going to put the ball in her hands, and she's going to create. She'll have, I would assume, 80 to 90% either scoring or hand-in scoring coming down the stretch for the Mercury.
10th time she's reached 20 or more points. She's right at 2-0 right now. Quigley, the kick out to Vandersloot. Down to Erica DeSouza for 2. Going off of what Trish was saying, you like that sort of energy that Cappy was providing?
I do, Lisa, because, you know, a lot of players, like Patricia pointed out, could have hung their head. And she did not do that. She's trying to coach it, get her team going. That's a mark of a leader.
Here is Cappy with Shargai on her. Nearly loses it. Quickly finding Parker. There's those hands that you were talking about. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Nice pump fake and 2. Man, she had Petrovic just flying in the air.
Yeah, Allie Quigley is going to have the defense flying at her because she's so hot. Does a good job of the ball fake, takes her time and knocks down the jumper.
15 now for Allie Quigley. This is coming off a 29 career high performance. How about Taurasi from the other side?
Good closeout by Cappy that time. Shargai looks really tired right now, trying to guard Allie Quigley.
Other than Parker, Pokey is not going. She's going with 4 players off the bench. And a shot clock violation for Chicago.
And you see Allie Quigley tap herself on the chest and say, "My bad," knowing that she got Cheyenne Parker the ball in a very difficult situation with the shot clock running down.
Well, Pokey Chapman mostly going with this second group. When I say second group, I mean really second group for tonight. Only starter who has started this game who's in right now is Parker. Here comes Elena Deladon getting set to check in. Taurasi. The tip is made. Beautifully done by Petrovic.
It's Phoenix using their height advantage across the board against the Sky, crashing the offensive glass.
Petrovic's first points tonight. Back the other way, someone forgot about Erica De Sosa.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're trying to jump up the defenses and you're switching defenses, sometimes you can take advantage, and Sky were able to do that.
De Sosa now with 8. 8 seconds to shoot. Misty Bass into the game with the little runner. First points for Misty Bass. Under 7 to play in the game. Off the hands of De Sosa. But Phoenix touched it last, so Chicago will keep it. Elena Deladon checking in, and Cheyenne Parker coming out.
Now Cheyenne Parker getting some valuable minutes here. I'd like to see that. See her convert, take advantage.
15 minutes right now for Cheyenne. She hasn't played more than 23. Her season high is 18 this year. And we got a foul on the screen set by a Diana Taurasi.
Well, Diana Taurasi never a call that she didn't like. With the Sky right here now, have to get very good, high percentage attempts each and every time down the stretch.
Another close game for Chicago. We're tied again at 77. Pondexter with the step back. Ooh, Cappy's first 2.
That's a vet move. Going to the rim, making Griner think she's going to challenge her, and then the step back to create the space.
Cappy Pondexter in a slump trying to shoot out of it. And Cappy's going to get whistled for the foul, trying to fight through the screen. And she took a while to pick up that third. She had 2 fouls in the first half.
Boy, Diana Taurasi just talking to everybody that'll listen. Boy, Brittany Griner sets some mean screens.
And we got another offensive foul. This one on Misty Bass. So back-to-back possessions now. Phoenix has gotten burned on the moving screen. A 2-point advantage for the Chicago Sky. This is our break here in the fourth quarter, under 6 to play. Sky memberships for 2017 are available right now. Fans can choose from full season, half season, or 5-game plans. All memberships include benefits such as exclusive events with the players, concession and retail discounts, your same seat for all home games. For more information on how to join our team in 2017, call 866-SKY-WNBA. We had talked about how important it is for the Chicago Sky to share the basketball. How about our Juicy Fruit sweetest assist of the game? One of the 7 assists for Jamira Faulkner tonight.
Yeah, great recognition finding Cheyenne Parker behind the defense. Mercury trying to play that more tight zone matchup defense, and nice 2-player hookup between Faulkner and Cheyenne Parker.
Well, Faulkner, part of our Juicy Fruit sweetest assist of the game. Juicy Fruit is another piece of sweet. And I mentioned Jamira Faulkner with 7 assists tonight. It's tops for both of these teams. Chicago Sky 19 assists on 30 field goals. Out of the break, dumping it down to Elena Deladon. Quigley with the little pull-up for 2.
Well, Allie Quigley, telling you, she's much better athletically than people give her credit for. That time able to keep the free off balance and get that jumper off.
Allie has boosted her average up to 10 points per game, and we got another foul on this end for Phoenix. So Phoenix, a lot of empty possessions because of a foul on Griner. So now 3 possessions really in the last few minutes that they've had an offensive foul that's cost them.
And you know what? They're really trying to free up Diana Taurasi like we talked about. So Sky doing a good job of being cognizant of that.
A little putback for Boyette. She gets it right back. Imani Boyette has her second double-double tonight. There's the pull-up from Cappy, too strong. And another turnover for Phoenix. The Mercury just trying to give it away to Chicago. How about the athletic move from Allie for the finish?
And she stole it away from her teammate Imani Boyette to get it to drop. So she's smiling coming up the court. They'll be talking about that one in film session tomorrow.
Little 5'10" guard taking it away from the 6'7" forward. And there's the response from Griner.
Phoenix runs the same play to get Griner the basketball. It's a guard to big screen across the lane. And Imani Boyette is not getting any help from her teammates.
Both of these teams, 5 players in double figures. Elena Deladon with 12, Boyette with 10, Young with 10, Faulkner with 11, Quigley leading Chicago with 19, and on the Phoenix end, Bonner with 14, Dupree with 13, Griner with 11, Taurasi with 20, and Shargai with 15. Lots of scoring between these two. The three! Bring it up, Cappy!
Boy, she is fired up. I love to see it. Love to see it.
She had been emotional with her teammates in the last few minutes, and that emotion is turning into some scoring.
Well, right here is her patented move in terms of getting the puppy set and letting it run. And you see the emotion from the spiritual leader of the Sky.
Tonight's Play the Game brought to you by Aerial Investments. It was the takeaway twice.
Courtney Vandersloot coming over with the loose ball. Great find by Allie Quigley. Now watch Imani Boyette going for it. Allie Quigley's like, I got your back. Great play, our Aerial Investments play of the game. Nice hookup between Allie and Courtney.
That would have been a tough finish for Boyette.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. But you love the rookie. She didn't quit on the play.
She did not. It's been a game of spurts, and lately the spurt has gone to Chicago. Griner right out of the timeout for 2.
Sky got to do a much better job of, it's the same play. To big the little screen. They've got to help Cheyenne Parker, whoever's guarding Griner.
Hand off to Quigley. Guarded by Shargai. Quigley will pull up. And she got every single inch of the rim for that one to go down.
And you know what I also like? She got to her sweet spot. Took Shargai right to the place where she wanted, got the jumper off.
Quigley with another 20-point game. Back-to-back games now. 29 on Friday. 21 here tonight. Cheyenne Parker whistled for the foul. And that is her 4th. Here's Taurasi.
Great defense. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought Courtney might have jammed that ankle again.
Yeah, nearly lost it. Stayed on her feet. Elena Deladon in for 2.
Hogan's looking for the foul. There's a lot of contact on that, but Elena plays right through it.
90-81, Chicago leads. The block from Boyette. Oh, they called her for the foul.
Well, I don't know that Imani Boyette can be in much better position defensively. She just built a wall. She's 6'7", didn't leave her feet. I've never seen a player get called for a foul on a block where they did not leave their feet. Watch Imani. I mean, that's she blocked it with her left hand. Picture perfect defense by Imani Boyette.
Well, we're going to have a technical foul call.
On the Sky bench. And who they calling on the assistant? I guess Jonah Hurtsky said something to the official.
Bonner makes good on the free throw. And now they'll resume the contact free throws.
Well, that is the sickest feeling when you're an assistant coach and you get a technical foul. in the fourth quarter, that's a bad feel.
In a tight game,
Yes.
Bonner's going to go back to the line. There's 3 minutes to go when that technical was called. A 9-point advantage at the time.
Diana Taurasi is sitting here looking at Pokey Chapman, trying to see what the call she's making. Let's see if she says something to her teammates and alerts them.
Is on the floor. 11 seconds to shoot. Out to Cappy. She's had a hot hand. Cappy Pondexter, all 5 points here coming in this quarter, is short on that attempt. 2.5 to play. Phoenix is pushing it. Bonner for 3. My goodness, here comes the Mercury charge.
Something Sky have struggled with all season long, getting back defensive transition. DeWanna Bonner makes them pay.
A 20-point game for DeWanna Bonner. So a couple of 20-point scorers now for Phoenix. Taurasi with 20, Bonner with 20, and what was a 9-point advantage has now been cut to 3.
And we're looking at DeWanna Bonner right there. She's so efficient. 4 of 6 from the field, 10 of 11 from the free throw line. But she has a knack for scoring when her team needs it the most. That was a huge 3 on the break. You know, as we're sitting here, Lisa, I'm really concerned about the Sky team because there have been a number of close games where they haven't been able to close the deal. Let's see if, is it Cappy? Is it Elena? Is it Allie? Someone steps up and takes command of the offensive possessions coming down the stretch.
Well, Chicago needs some points, and they need more plays like this one. Tonight's Drive of the Game brought to you by Windy City. Choose Windy City Limousine for all your ground transportation needs. It was the take from Sludy.
Great
and
job.
the take all the way.
Yeah, shooting it down. Sludy for our Windy City Drive of the game. And be nice to see some more drives of the game to close this one out in favor of the Sky.
Windy City Limousine, your one-stop shop for your ground transportation worldwide. Visit them online at windycitylimos.com. DeWanna Bonner has led this charge. Some free throws, including the technical free throw, 6 points in 29 seconds.
Let's get it done.
Talk about a game of spurts. We saw Quigley score about 5 points in 14 seconds in the first half. We saw a quick few buckets from Cappy Pondexter to stretch the lead out to 9, and now it's been the Mercury's turn as of late.
And you knew the Mercury were going to make a push. They're too talented of a team not to. Too many weapons, but the Sky still sitting in pretty good position. 3-point lead in the ball.
Out of this timeout, it'll be Allie Quigley and Cappy, Imani Boyette, Vandersloot, and Elena Deladon.
Here's what I would like to see in this particular possession. Have Courtney run it up the court to get the momentum going in this possession so that they're moving, but she's kind of walking it up the court, allowing the defense to set.
An entertaining game here so far. 14 lead changes. 13 times this game has been tied, and Sloot is off the mark.
Now we have to be careful. Elena Deladon guarding Brittany Griner.
They switch off, so Boyette is back on Griner. 6 seconds. This is Diana Taurasi time for 3. Oh my! To tie it and take the lead. A 4-point opportunity for DT.
I mean, it couldn't have been much better defense. Imani Boyette stepped up. Cappy fought through the screen, but this is a stud. You got to tip your hat to Diana Taurasi, showing you she's clutch.
Lead back to the Mercury. They have rallied all the way from 9 down, and they've done it in the last minute of play.
Well, that technical seemed to change the momentum in favor of the Mercury. The
takeaway from Taurasi. Taurasi is taking over this game. And she's drawn the foul. She'll go back to the line.
Allie Quigley was still upset about the last play. Shark Guy was really in her jersey. Made her very, very uncomfortable there. And now she's talking to the officials about it.
You can follow this game and the rest of the action on the WNBA's 20th anniversary with the new WNBA League Pass. Watch games live on demand on your computer, tablet, or phone. Visit WNBA.com/League Pass. Thank everyone for tuning in on League Pass and on the U2 as Diana Taurasi has taken over, giving Phoenix the 93-90 advantage.
See the offensive flow here.
Elena for two, and Dupree went down. She's back up, but that gave Elena the space that she needed, and it cuts the lead to one.
I would double team Diana Taurasi. I'm just saying.
They get it to Griner. The rookie's on her. Brittany Griner wants it. Spins away from the double team. Chicago now with a chance to take the lead. Vandersloot finding Boyette for two. Leads back to the sky.
Great two-player action that time. Courtney Vandersloot with the hesitation, allowing Imani Boyette to roll. Imani rolls right to the rim, and Courtney Vandersloot puts it right on the money. Watch Courtney Vandersloot hesitate just a second to draw Griner to her, knowing that Imani Boyette, no one's going to be at the rim to challenge her. Excellent offensive execution when the Sky needed it the most.
That graphic we showed you about Chicago sharing the basketball, they average about 21 assists in their wins. They've got 24 assists tonight on 37 made buckets.
That's their formula for success, sharing the rock, not trying to beat defenses off the bounce, and we've seen that here, especially in the second half.
Chicago has retaken the lead, 94-93. You see the difference? They've got 24 tonight, but when they're sharing the basketball, they're a much better team.
Well, and it's interesting, too, because you see that field goal percentage when they are sharing the basketball, 50.6. What's the field goal percentage tonight? 50.7. So right on the money there with Sky in terms of their efficiency with the assist.
Puts a stall to a 12-0 Mercury charge since 3:08 left in the fourth. That included the technical foul that resulted into some free throws and really kind of changed the momentum. So now Phoenix will get it back with 51 seconds. And they have all kinds of choices. Like I said, they got 5 people in double figures here tonight.
And that's why it's so difficult to double team this team. But I still say, if Diana Taurasi gets the ball at the top with a screen and roll, I would double team her hard.
She leads all scorers with 26. She's got it at the top. DT is going to keep it. The double team comes. Work it around to Bonner. Sharguy drops it off to Dupree, and the Mercury have the lead right back.
Boy, Sharguy has been so good for the Mercury here this evening. It's a heads-up play, putting her head down.
Elena from up top for three! EDD! Money!
Great job by Elena Deladon. Taking it in her own hands. You want your superstars to step up when the game is on the line. Mercury slow to recover. And EDD's like, I can ball, y'all. Straight on three-point shot, nothing but cotton. And the emotion from Elena Deladon, you'll love to see it.
Her second three-point make of the night. Elena gives Chicago the 2-point edge.
You know what? Pokey Chapman made a great adjustment double teaming Diana Taurasi on that pick and roll. Let's see if they do it again.
They'll get it out from the sideline. The shot clock is still in effect. A full 24 for Phoenix. Double team. She gets out of it. The flip pass to Griner. Griner throws it up. And Elena called the timeout. I don't think Pokey Chapman really wanted the timeout. She tried to take it back. We got a 20-second coming for Chicago.
That was such an interesting exchange, wasn't it? Elena looks at Pokey, and Pokey's like, no. And then Elena smiles about it, but again, it was a great job. You saw them go double team Diana Taurasi. She had to get the ball out of her hands, and that made the Mercury's offense very stagnant.
We can watch Elena's reaction. Timeout's called.
It's like, oh, maybe not. That's a great exchange between.
One timeout left for Chicago. One timeout left for the Phoenix Mercury. A 2-point advantage for the Sky with just under 18 seconds to play. They give it to Elena. One of the top free throw shooters in the W.
Well, they're not in the bonus yet, so they got to inbound it once again.
That's a 4th team foul on Phoenix. Chicago's sitting at 5 team fouls. And Chicago uses its last timeout.
Do a little strategy here in terms of getting the ball in, because trying to double team Elena. Elena's a great stopgap in terms of pressure at 6'5", and one of the best free throw shooters in the world.
The shot clock is not into play, so we know Phoenix has got a foul. Right now you have Elena, who's a 94% free throw shooter. You got Allie Quigley in, who's an 88% free throw shooter. Boyette, a 61% free throw shooter. Courtney Vandersloot, another 90% shooter. And Cappy Pondexter, also in at 88%. So if you can target Boyette, that's the player you want to get, but easier said than done.
Yeah, you see how they have Elena up top. Maybe run Courtney and Allie around some screens there to try to get them open.
Get it out to Vandersloot. And Bonner thought she might have got a clean pick.
Well, Bonner is really upset. She must have gotten all ball.
Vandersloot to the line. First miss from the charity stripe tonight. 92% for the year. Makes it a 3-point advantage. Phoenix uses its last timeout.
Boy, and I know Courtney Vandersloot wants that first one back big time. At least they got one, so now they can force a 3-point shot opportunity.
Do you let them shoot the 3?
Yeah.
You're one of those?
Yeah, with the hand up. Because if you don't practice it, Lisa, and you get in this game situation, you're expecting players to do something that you haven't practiced, I don't think that's a recipe for success. But I do like the adjustments they've made in the last minute. Every time Taurasi has the basketball, they double team her. See if the Mercury figure out a way to counter that action.
Phoenix is shooting 56% from 3 tonight. They've made 9 in this game. They average about 6 per game, so they're above average for that. Bonner's a perfect 2 for 2. Taurasi is 4 of 7. Shargai is 3 of 5. Again, no timeouts left between these two teams. Sharguy will take it out from the sideline. They were looking for Taurasi. Cappy's on her. Get it out to Bonner. Tawana Bonner for the tie. In and out. And they'll send Vandersloot back to the line.
Well, Alec Quigley was upset. But she got picked off there. Bonner had a really good look from 3.
It's about as good as you're going to get for Phoenix. They got to be happy with that look.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I mean, it was really good offensive execution out of the timeout. Griner set a beautiful flare screen that really picked off Alec Quigley.
And Pondexter did a good job getting the ball out of the hands of Diana.
That's right.
Sluty gets another crack at it. Makes the first this time. 2-possession game. Phoenix has got to hustle. Here's Taurasi. Down by 5. The block is made to seal the deal. A back-and-forth game results in a Chicago Sky win 100-95.
Great effort, especially in the second half by the Sky. They did a really good job defensively down the stretch, making the adjustments they needed to make in order to get the victory.
Pokey Chapman and Chicago improved to 8-11 on the season. A new season high in points for the Sky with 100.
That's a great job of the Sky bouncing back after a heartbreaking loss to the Eastern Conference leading New York Liberty on Friday night. Come back and beat this team in the Mercury. It's an excellent effort coming back.
Pokey Chapman and the Chicago coaching staff decided to switch things up. Started some players in Cheyenne Parker and Imani Boyette, who hadn't started at all in their careers. Put Jamira Faulkner in the starting lineup as well. And it resulted in a win.
Well, when you're not winning, coaches have, they can do what they have to do to try to, motivate people. And I think it worked tonight.
Tricia standing by with Elena.
All right, Elena, how good did it feel to hit that 3-pointer there at the end?
It felt so good just because it put us in a place to win a game, and we need wins right now. Everybody knows it. We've been desperate for it, and feels great to get this one on home court.
What did it take to close out this game?
Defense, we had to get some stops, we had to get rebounds, and then we had to get into our offense quicker. So our defense makes our offense flow.
You talked about close losses. You guys needed a win. I mean, what does it feel like just emotionally, mentally for this team to get this kind of a win?
Yeah, it feels so good. I mean, when we were up 8 and then they just came back, we had to figure out a way to win. And luckily we were able to do that and grit down.
And how'd you like the changes that Pokey made in the starting lineup today?
I think it gave us a different look, a different start. We came out ahead, so I don't know where we're going to go from here, but people came in and stepped up. It was huge.
Thanks so much, Elena. Nice job tonight. Guys?
Thank you. Well, the Sky with the changes might be onto something. 6 players in double figures, including Elena Deladon. So that means we have not player of the game, we have players, plural, of the game. How about this? All 6.
I love it.
Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, making it with total points of 75 points for our Magellan Corporation players of the game.
Yeah, and it's a total team effort, and you need that type of effort when you're trying to beat an outstanding, talented team in Phoenix Mercury.
21 for Allie Quigley. Back-to-back games that she's put up 20 points or more. 29 on Friday, 21 to lead Chicago tonight. A 100-95 victory for Chicago. That'll do it from Allstate Arena here in Rosemont, Illinois. Our next Sky broadcast on the U2 is Friday night when the Sky welcome in the Dallas Wings for a 7:30 tip-off. Stephen Bardo, Patricia Babcock-McGraw, and our entire Sky broadcast crew, I'm Lisa Byington. Thank you for watching Sky Basketball. Have a wonderful Sunday evening.
I'm a person living with cancer. Cancer is not who I am. there is a life to live, and that's why we're here. We're here to live, and so Gildas helps you do that.